Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Mr. Bo, and Beenox has just gone ahead and dropped another bomb straight on top of us. We got Oxide's reveal last week, and now we've got the reveal of Nitro Kart content coming to Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. On screen, you'll be seeing a brand new trailer. We're going to be breaking that down in just a second, but before we get into that, there's actually quite a bit of information we need to go over in terms of what from Nitro Kart is making its way into Nitro-Fueled, as well as some PlayStation exclusive content as well. So let's start off with the big news, and that is the bonus Crash Nitro Kart content will include all 13 of the game's tracks, which have been adapted to match the original Crash Team Racing experience. So that is Inferno Island, Jungle Boogie, Tiny Temple, Meteor Gorge, Barren Ruins, Deep Sea Driving, Out of Time, Clockwork Wampa, Thunderstruck, Assembly Lane, Android Alley, Electron Avenue, and Hyper Spaceway are all going to be in Nitro-Fueled when it launches. So that takes the total of tracks up from 18 to 31. So as I mentioned though, all of these tracks are being adapted, so you won't have any of that anti-gravity stuff in any of these tracks. It'll always be wheels on the ground going forward, which makes a change, but I think it's a welcome change to have these tracks in Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. Now, Beenox have also said they are sort of reimagining some of these tracks as well. On screen, you can see Electron Avenue, and you can tell that track has been completely reimagined. Now it's got this sort of neon future city vibe. Looks really cool. Can't wait to race on it myself. And also in this trailer, you'll be seeing Deep Sea Driving, which are just the 3 they've shown off so far. Now, that isn't the only content that's going to be making its way from Nitro Kart into this game. We're also going to be getting the remastered karts, which we already knew about. We're going to be getting the battle arena, and we're also going to be getting the battle modes. So we're going to have a lot more battle arenas to play on, and we'll have things like, I believe there was Capture the Flag in Crash Nitro Kart, so that will be in Crash Nitro-Fueled as well. We do get our first glimpse of battle mode in this trailer, but we'll get to that in just a second. Now the final thing is characters. Now, there hasn't been any official statement from Beenox or Activision as to whether we're going to be seeing any characters from Crash Nitro Kart in Crash Nitro-Fueled. However, there is an interview going around which has been translated from French, in which they seem to confirm that yes, characters are going to be coming back from Nitro Kart. But again, we don't have any official confirmation from Activision or Beenox, except maybe a few retweets of some articles. So for the meantime, before you get hyped up about maybe certain characters making a return, or get a little bit upset that Zam and Zem are going to be making a return, hold off until we get official confirmation. So without further ado, let's hop into this trailer, because not only do we get to see some tracks we haven't seen before, we also get to see some characters we haven't seen before. So firstly, the big new addition is the exclusive skins to PlayStation. So PlayStation users are going to be getting a retro Crash Bandicoot skin as well as Kart, a retro Coco Bandicoot skin as well as Kart, and a retro Cortex skin as well as Kart. Now not only that, they're also going to be getting a retro track. Now we haven't seen what that is yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be maybe either Crash Cove, Coco Park, maybe even Papu's Pyramid, and I would assume it's basically just going to look like the PS1 version in terms of graphics. So that's kind of cool. It is a shame that it's a PlayStation exclusive. Maybe there's a sort of time window on this where in a year's time, Xbox and Switch users will also get this content, fingers crossed. Now when we first get our look at Cortex in his retro style, we also get our first look at Hot Air Skyways, which I know a lot of people have been waiting a long time to see. And they've kind of given it this almost casino vibe to it. So as you can see, we've got the suits of the cards along the railing. We have the blimps up in the sky, which of course have Pinstripe's face on it. And we then have the red and black going around the edge of the track as well. A really cool looking design for Hot Air Skyways, and I think it works really well. Moving on from there, we then get our first look at Electron Avenue, and again, as I mentioned, it's got this completely new style to it, but I think one that works really well. Before, it kind of was a weird looking track, it kind of had that yellow road, but I think this fits a lot better with some of the original tracks. We then get a good shot at Deep Sea Driving, and we have this classic bit where the track splits off into 2 sections. We now have this weird sort of octopus creature in the middle that maybe can hit you. And we also get a look at the tunnel, which in the original had the anti-grav, so you could go around on the ceiling and stuff like that. But again, that's not going to be here, so this tunnel is going to be more something like Sewer Speedway. We also get a glimpse at Komodo Joe there, but we'll get a better look at him in a minute. And then the final track we get a look at is Clockwork Wampa, which is more in line with the original. They They haven't taken many drastic changes here, they've kept it quite similar, but also just giving it that breath of life. In fact, this could almost look like it could be a Spyro track in my opinion, just with the way that it's designed. Now it is really nice to see they are bringing these tracks forward, because whilst I did play Nitro Kart, I didn't play it as much as Crash Team Racing, the original, and some of these tracks I'd completely forgotten about. The only ones that had really stuck in my mind were Electron Avenue as well as Android Alley. So it's going to be nice to play on some of these again, and I'm interested to see how Hyper Spaceway is going to work, because if I remember correctly, that was a very anti-gravity heavy track. As we continue along, here we get our first good look at Komodo Joe, and he is in the Team Oxide kart here, just showing you that you can put any character you want in any kart. Now personally, I don't mind the design of Komodo Joe. I know a lot of people had their sort of issues with it in the Insane trilogy, but I'm pretty happy with it and I can't wait to try him out, especially maybe putting him in some of the different combinations of karts. We then get a look at Ripperoo in the Team Crash Kart from Nitro Kart, again just showing you that you can put any character in any kart. You can have Ripperoo, who's blue, matching up with the blue Crash Kart. We then get our very first look, I believe, at Papu in Crash Nitro-Fueled as well, in his original yellow kart, looking like he did in the Insane trilogy. He is probably going to be my go-to character in terms of the speed characters. Out of him, Tropy, Dingodile and Tiny, Papu and Entropy are my sort of go-to for the expert characters. And now we get our first look at battle mode, and we can see the characters here are on Skull Rock, which is kind of the first battle arena you'll go to in adventure mode at least. We can see Tiny in the top left, we've got Pura in the top right, down the bottom left we have Papu, so there's our first look at sort of behind Papu as if we were playing as him, and you can see he's got the invisible item there which turns you invisible and just shows your wheels. And then we've got Engine in the bottom right, who has the extra turbo boost, which just like the invisibility is only available in battle mode. We then have another shot of a battle arena that I can't really recall which one this is, but we have Ripperoo down the bottom left, which again is the first kind of shot we've seen of someone playing as Ripperoo, and they're playing this mode here where you have to try and collect the crystals. We then get a shot where we get our first look at Pinstripe in game. He is on the bottom left there, and he is in his original suit. Because of the lighting, it's a little bit hard to tell, but I believe he is in the red suit with the green shirt, and if you're wondering why I'm saying that, it is because we got a leak, I believe a week or two ago, of the character selection screen, which I mentioned in my previous video, and the image for what looked to be Pinstripe had him in his grey suit with the hat on, similar to what we saw in Twinsanity, but now he's not got a hat on, he's in his original suit, so that brings up the question, was that just a skin for Pinstripe, and if so, why was that the icon, or are we going to be getting something like one of Pinstripe's henchmen as a character? We're gonna just have to kind of wait and see. The final shot of battle mode we get is on Desert Storm, which is one of the Nitro Kart maps. We get Komodo Joe in the top left in Cortex's kart, so the red kart, but this time it's got the silver trim, so it seems like you can customize those two things individually, which I have mentioned in a previous video. And then again on the bottom right we have Papu. So as I mentioned at the top of the video, all the battle modes from Nitro Kart will be present, so that's Crystal Grab, Capture the Flag and Steal the Bacon, which is a team variation of Capture the Flag, which I'm sure is going to be a lot of fun online. And then to wrap the trailer up, we get a nice shot of Crash, Coco and Cortex in their retro skins. Now along with that trailer, as well as all the information, we also have some new screenshots as well to go over, so we're going to briefly go over those because we also get our first look at Sewer Speedway. So speaking of, here is Sewer Speedway in Nitro-Fueled, looking pretty classic. Just a sort of update, there wasn't really much you could do with Sewer Speedway, it just looks like a sewer, and they've done a really good job at keeping the same aesthetic of the original in this updated version. Here's a shot of some of the characters racing through it, and then here is a side-by-side comparison, so as you can see, they've done a top-notch job here. Moving on, we get a shot of Papu's pyramid with the man himself, Papu, looking pretty angry and a bit scary here, but I'm still liking his design. I know some people aren't that much. We get a side-by-side comparison of Electron Avenue here, so you can just kind of see the stark difference they have made to this track. It is also worth noting, because you can see it in this image, I don't believe the original weapons from Nitro Kart are going to be in Crash Team Racing, so don't expect the freeze bomb and stuff like that in this game. We then get a side-by-side comparison of Clockwork Wumpa here of the starting line. Again, pretty faithful to the original, just super updated, which is cool. Here's another side-by-side comparison, and then we get a shot of Engine and Tiny driving through Electron Avenue, which is all bright and colourful and just gets me even more excited. So there you have it. That is a lot of information. That is a new trailer. That is some new screenshots. What are your thoughts? When I first saw this, I thought, is this actually real? Are they actually bringing back all the tracks from Nitro Kart into Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled? And indeed they are. And we are still a couple of months away from the launch, which kind of makes me a little bit suspicious as to maybe we're getting some new content as well. Why announce this now when you could have held this off for at least another month? Maybe they're just going to be teasing some of the Nitro Kart tracks, as well as, I guess we haven't really seen Mystery Caves yet and Dragon Mines from the original game in Nitro-Fueled yet, so they can still tease that. But we've kind of seen all the characters now, so maybe we'll get teasers for Nitro Kart characters or new characters like Embryo, Torna, Koala Kong, and of course Komodo Mo, which I know a lot of people want. But until we do get official confirmation of some new characters, I'm gonna hold my breath. With all that being said and done, what do you guys think of this? Are you happy to see those tracks being brought forward? Out of the tracks in Nitro Kart, which one are you most excited to see brought back and for you to play on? They have confirmed there is no adventure mode for Nitro Kart, but that doesn't mean we aren't going to see maybe some of the Nitro Kart tracks brought into the Crash Team Racing adventure mode as maybe sort of a bonus gem cup. We'd have to wait and see on that. I think it's probably unlikely, but it would be a cool addition. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. What do you also think of the PlayStation exclusive skins? Are you going to be getting this game for PlayStation, or are you going to be getting it for Switch and Xbox and you're a little upset? And let me know, what do you think the retro track is going to be? What track would you like it to be? Let me know in the comments below. Now the final bit of information is that Nitro-Fueled is going to be at PAX East and it is going to be available to play. They're going to have Papu's Pyramid, Sewer Speedway, and then I believe it's Clockwork Wumper as well as Electron Avenue to be played on the show floor, as well as some swag and stuff to get your hands on. So if you're at PAX East, go ahead and try and play some Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. But that is enough talking about Nitro-Fueled today. This video has probably gone on a little bit too long, but there was a lot of stuff to cover. Hopefully Beenox gives us a little bit of time to rest before dropping another bomb like this after just having a bomb like Oxide drop last week. If you guys enjoyed this video, if it's helped you out in any way, feel free to give the like button a big old hug, subscribe for more gaming content and coverage, and boop that bell icon if you do to be notified when my future videos go live. But thanks for hanging out with me, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.